All right, for everybody who put a 1 in the chat right now who stuck around after the technical difficulty there, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys 1,000 kids caps each. Let's see how many people I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's say 10,000. Let's go ahead and give out 10,000 kids caps to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for waiting through those technical difficulties. Appreciate it. They're not my fault. I didn't do it. Oh, no pie today. Such is the way it goes. Try it again. Throw it, second try. Nope. I can tell right away because of the thing. Who's walking around somewhere? All I hear is this. Walk, 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 walk. It's half fan. He's over there walking around. Somebody's walking around in my ear. All right, so let's go ahead and move around. Let's go ahead and look again for the next thing, right? We got that stuff we could sell to the vendors and whatnot. Got some plastic in here. Let's grab that plastic. Now, I'm going to try to be very reserved in picking up loot. Normally, I pick up all the loot and then deal with it later. But we're just going to go around, see if we can find some resources that we need up in here. Turn that down. Tavern purchase order key. Nothing really we need in there. There's a moldy food. Refrigerator. Bottles. Again, normally desk fan. We're grabbing that. Kitchen scale. Enamel bucket. So again, we're just looking for specific what we need. Now, see, some dinner plates for some reason are plastic and some are not. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these dinner plates just so we can look at it right over here. Again, thanks also everybody in the chat for letting me know that I was having that voice problem. Also, thanks to my mods as well. By the way, mods, I'm not on Discord other than the fact that I can see mod chat. I'm not on voice on there. And I'll have to figure out what's causing that. I'm sure it's some conflict with something that's conflicting with something else. It just keeps knocking my microphone out. Again, I'm not doing nothing. I have 2 separate machines just for that very reason. For that very reason that if something goes wrong with this, then it won't go wrong with the other thing. All right, so we're just going to go around and grab only the resources that we need, that we have tagged for search. So awesome. So awesome. I love those little things they do like that. I love those little thingies that they do with the things and the stuff. Now, one of the problems, of course, being a streamer, talking about being a streamer, is the second that technical stuff happens, and then I have to restart my stream or stop and start my stream again, I lose viewers because of those technical problems. Which is a bummer, because people are like, oh, well, hold on, I'll go see whatever someone else is doing, right? It happens to me quite often whenever I have technical issues. So if you're a streamer, try to avoid those technical issues. And I do appreciate everybody who does stay around after those technical issues and just chills out in the chat while I go ahead and restart. Appreciate that big time. Big time, big time. Of course, the benefit is whenever I restart the stream a second time, you guys can re-host the stream again. So if you re-host the stream again, you're getting double the Kiz Caps for tonight. So go for it. You guys win when I lose. Of course, it's always a win-win because I love to give out stuff to you guys. So there you go. There you go. So again, we're just looking around. There's some more plastic. Looking around for some plastic. I know there's plastic around here. And so on. Now, of course, stuff you want to keep. You want to go in and scrap. See, I don't want to keep everything in here. Some of the stuff I want to sell. But if I've got just stuff that I want to keep, yarn, probably not. Steel, maybe a little bit. But again, if this is stuff I want to keep, then I'll just go ahead and straight up scrap it like that. And then it's just raw resources, right? And the raw resources, now that we've scrapped everything, let's go back over to the vendor. Nothing in the mailbox.
Well done. Volunteer.
Now we'll go to the raw resources.
On the way to being a true survivor.
Notice what I've got right there. Loose screws and raw asbestos, right? Let's go in and look actually how much junk I have. I got all this. Why is it not showing up? Why is it not showing up? Now hold on. Let's go back to the bench here. And let's tell it to scrap again. Right over here. Scrap items. And we'll go to junk. See? Only certain stuff shows up in the vendor, right? certain stuff will show up. So in this case, it's actually an error. That junk should not show up, right? This stuff should not show up in the vendor itself, right? At least I think it shouldn't. Because it's either all or nothing. It's either you scrap it and you can't see any of the resources, right? Or in its raw form, you can go ahead and sell it. Now, of course, raw asbestos is, in theory, it is raw form or its full form. So that I can sell. But most of the stuff you can't sell once you scrap it. So obviously you don't want to scrap it if you're going to sell it later on. But normally I keep all resources because eventually I know I'm going to need those resources. But in Fallout 76, you cannot do that. Kismet, which Fallout 4 DLC do you recommend the most? Here's the way I would guide you on Fallout DLC. If you like building robots and you like stuff to do with robots, then the Automatron. Absolutely. I love that. That DLC is the stuff. Amazing. Amazing. But if you like storyline and you want to extend Fallout 4, you've already finished the main storyline, and you want to extend that kind of serious RPG story, then Far Harbor. If you want more tongue-in-cheek kind of story with a bit of silliness mixed in there, then I'd say Nuka World. Now, if you like building, Wasteland Workshop, absolutely. I would go ahead and do that, and I do all the kind of workshop stuff so you can do more building, right? Me, I own all the DLC. I own all of it, and I've played with all of it and finished it multiple times. Very, very fun. Of course, you can try, do different finishes and things like that in the game. So it gives you a very high replayability, I find, in Fallout 4. In fact, I'm kind of feeling like I want to play another playthrough. But I got to focus. I've only got so much time in the day. We've only got so much time. All right, so there we go. So we've found a way of making caps, even though it is really, really limited in the way you do it, right? So that's this vendor here. Now, again, remember, these vendors are tied together. You want to look at the top of the vendor, basically what the name of the vendor is, right? Volunteer bot, right? So we're going to go ahead and jump up here to this. Now, remember this bot right here. Let's look at how many caps he has. This bot has 0 caps. Now, we also look at his junk. Anything we want to buy from him? Anything that's tagged for search? Nope. Now, of course, there's probably some stuff in here like aluminum and stuff like that I could use, but that's okay. We're just looking for those 3 top things: lead, adhesive, and the other one. The other one, which I can't think of off the top of my head. And, of course, we're going to go to Sutton Station over here. Whoop. Fast travel. Now, the nice thing is in this area that I'm in right now, put my sound back on. In this area that I'm in right now, it doesn't take a lot of caps to go back and forth. It does take a reduced amount of caps. You also can get a perk that will allow you to reduce your caps as well. All right, so here we are. We'll run up the way here. And again, this is why they probably did this with the vendors, is because someone like me, who's a Wasteland Tycoon, will come in and know right away how to sell.
Safety of goods purchased.
Also, the dialogue in here is often too slow. It needs to be faster, right? It doesn't need to be like faster to the point where it's obnoxious, but it needs to be faster because this is a live game. In a live game, the dialogue has to be faster because you can't pause. You can't just sit there and do stuff. All this stuff's going on while you're listening to the holotape at the same time. All right, so he doesn't have any aid stuff that we need. He's got some junk. He's got some lead. Let's just go ahead and buy that lead straight out. Now, again, notice his caps didn't go up. I just bought 74 caps worth of lead, and his caps didn't go up. So you probably want to buy it after you do it, and I'll show you that as well. So let's go ahead and sell some stuff. And again, we have all this stuff, but wait a minute. Right over here, we just happen to have the stash. That's our stash with our stuff in it. So let's go ahead and grab this razor grain that we just picked up earlier, which was super easy to do and is very light. So we're going to go in, grab the razor grain, wherever it is. Got raw asbestos. We're not under 8. There we go. That's going to help. Hello? Does it have it on me? I could have sworn I put it in there. Oh, it's spoiled. It's spoiled in that amount of time. Oh, that's what it was. It was like, wow, that like hurt my brain. We had 140 razor grain in there, and we also had a bunch of corn in there. It's spoiled. That's what happened to it. And it doesn't really give you much, by the way, when it spoils. But that's basically what you could do. You could grab that razor grain. We took too long. So you can go ahead and take your razor grain, put it into your storage, run over here, pick it out of there, and put it in there. But watch out that it does spoil. Now, one of the cool things is if you just want to sell this stuff and not drop it, you can also just sell that stuff for 0 as well, if you so choose. So what you want to do, of course, is go and grab it and then sell it right away. Now, let's go ahead and run back again over here. Whoop. And this game's very smart in this way. Very, very smart. Kevin, thank you so much. You've been so much helpful today. You're welcome. You're welcome, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being in here. Appreciate you being in here. I don't mind answering questions. That's what I'm here to do. I love interacting with people in the chat. It's one of my favorite things to do. There we go. If you didn't have that, by the way, if you didn't have interactive chat, I probably wouldn't do this. That's my favorite part. I love talking with new people. Come in, people, hey, Kismet, what's up? All right, look at this wild corn. What? See, we missed a few of these. So we go and we can pick up all this wild corn and whatnot. But what I would do is I would do this money run every time you log in, right? Log in, go grab a bunch of resources, sell it to the vendor, just to be building up your caps. Then, of course, you don't want to save your caps till you have 10,000 caps. You want to utilize your caps to buy stuff and whatnot around the way. So we're going to run this way. Oh, speaking of stuff that we need, let's run this way. Like so. Get my chat back up over here. I always have multiple versions of my chat. I have one up here and then one over there. I got all over the place. I take my chat very serious. Very serious up in here. Serious. Already got that. Again, we might have missed some razor grain over here, so let's just wander around, see if we missed any. I think I was pretty thorough. Oh, here's some right here. And I can tell because of the coloration of the razor grain. All right, now, of course, you can have multiple places like this around the map that you can go to. One of my favorite places is the airport. Airport has a lot of there's some right there. Whole bunch right here. Has a lot of resources to grab that you could take and then sell to a vendor. And of course, finding the vendors. And I haven't found all the vendors yet. I've only found kind of 2 sets of vendors so far. And of course, I'm in no rush. I don't need to go look it up on a wiki or nothing like that. I think that takes a little bit of the fun away of discovering where those vendors are. I don't need you guys to tell me where they all are. I appreciate when you don't. And all of that. Because I know somebody's there like, Kismet, I have the whole map. I downloaded it off the internet and I know where every single thing is. That's part of the discovering stuff is part of the fun. All right, so we got a little bit more razor grain there just from running around. Actually, it's pretty amazing. Get back over here. It's pretty amazing how much you can get, right? 42. Uh-oh, I'm taking damage. I'm dying. Oh. Quick, a Nuka-Cola. Rad roach meat. I literally was going to die of thirst. Did you hear that? You could barely hear it. I have it turned down, but it was like thump, 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 thump. I was actually dying. That was awesome. Now, I'm pretty bad about dealing with my food and water and all of that. So that would be the main thing that I would want to solve is how do I take care of my food and water? Because everything else is easy after that. How do I take care of food and water? How do I get caps? Both in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 works the same way. You find where the vendors are and you do on a cash run, right? That kind of cash run thing. Comes a vendor coming through. The vendor guy, I can tell because look, there's the vendor thing. He's up there somewhere. Let's go back to my base. Now, when you build your base, what's going to happen is mobs are just going to attack your base. That's just what it is. It's like they have a spawn that comes in and tries to attack your base. All right, so again, we've got a nice Radaway now. Let's go ahead and use that. I'm going to burn our Radaway. And we're going to go ahead and use some boiled water here to craft. And again, all food. Make a few razor grains. Bring that down a little bit. And then what we're going to do, of course, you actually use it for us, right? Because we're low water over there. So we'll go ahead and just have a couple of those. And you can see now that my water's gone up and my food's gone up as well. Now, you can have just some food and just some water and just kind of bounce back and forth. Like right now, what I really need more is I need more water than I need food. And of course, we were smart, right? We were smart and we saved up our purified water here. So we can just use that if we so choose. Now, purified water, watch how much it gives you. It gives you a lot, right? It really, really helps your thirst a lot. Great way to, you know, if you already got enough food, to just pop a few purified waters. I'll put those away. Razor grain we'll put away. Now, of course, again, we don't want to have that problem that we had earlier where we had 200 razor grain go bad, right? Because we had 224. We sold about 90, I think, and we made about 60, so maybe 150 or whatever. But you want to sell that razor grain right away, or sell a portion of it, and then, of course, do that. So that's something that we're going to be doing every time we log in. We log in, buy the caps, buy the caps, buy the caps. Of course, being much faster than I'm doing it today. So I like to kind of walk people through the process and then go from there. There we got potatoes. Oh, I forgot to sell those cream. Corn, let's put that in there. Buff out, we'll sell that. Backwater brew, we'll sell that as well. All right, now again, one of the things that I did mention in here, I think it's miscellaneous, these burnt books, right? All these random burnt stuff you have on you here, that's going to weigh you down. We got some gunpowder that's weighing you down. Now, I would think that they should have put some of this stuff in a separate thing, right? Like key you can't get rid of. Burnt books you can. Copper ore, definitely want to get that off me. Gold ore. East bridge keys, I can't get rid of those now. Key cards. And a great way to tell what is on you that you can get rid of is simply to go down like this. Just E a whole lot. See what you can get off here, right? There we go. So we stored all this stuff. Now, all of this stuff we can get rid of, we could drop it, or we can sell it to the vendor. Now, like this, titanium ore, that's not bad. That's 0.1. I still think that's heavy for it, but whatever. These are 0.1s here, but look at these burnt books. Burnt books are 1, right? So, again, I want to go ahead and take all this stuff out, and I want to sell that eventually, right? Anything else that's really heavy. This nuclear key card, for some reason, is 1. I don't know why that's so heavy, but such is the way it goes. Responder ID, that's 1. It's a plastic card. It should be 0.01, right? It should be 0.01, not that. Now, notice my weight is going way down now, right? Also, other things, right? We got our power armor on us. That's weighing us down. We've got some quest items. We've got some shotguns and things like that. We got the Grant Saber, whatnot, which is a quest item. Which is actually 3 weight, which is weighing us down, so we want to get that quest done. And of course, we'll go in, we'll reduce some of our weight by just scrapping some of this stuff. There we go. Now, every time I scrap that, of course, I'm getting steel or whatever other resource with that. I always have a melee weapon, a ranged weapon, and then a short close-up weapon. Because this way I can switch based on what's going on at the moment. There we go. Got some bulk lead on us. Let's go ahead and go over here. Let's hit T. Drop all that junk in there. Now we're getting down to 79. We still got plenty of room in there because we reduced some of that steel that we didn't need because we're just going to be collecting tons and tons of steel. Now here's other thing that makes me sad. And that's it. I'm going to make a final choice. I'm going to get rid of all that ammo. Is the fact that I can't save my ammo. Now, normally people save their ammo in Fallout 4 and then all of a sudden you'll have 10,000 ammo. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Oh. Give me any mute fruit. Oh, my mute fruit got a little damaged there. Got a little damaged. Oh, give it to me, baby. All right, so we got some mute fruit. We got that and whatnot. Now, again, you got to kind of do this all in a row. You have to do it at the same time because it will spoil over time. So, because I'm talking about it, we're going a lot slower. But next time when we go to do it, I will do it a lot faster, right? We'll try to pick up about 10, 20 corn. We'll pick up as much mute fruit as we can. 10, 20 mute fruit, 20 potatoes, 20 purified water. And then we'll go ahead and do some vegetable starch, right? Now, we could also plant our own corn and try to find a balance like 10 of each, that kind of thing. And then you pick up 10, pick up 10, pick up 10, and then you can go ahead and do it. Well, you saw we have basically an unlimited source of corn over there that we could go and get. Freddy's Adventure. It's attached to my mute fruit thing. That's funny. Now, another thing, of course, is to micromanage your ammo. Your ammo does weigh, just like in the survival mode of Fallout 4. It does weigh. Now, I have not been using this 308 ammo, and I think it is time to finally get rid of it. Right now, 95 weight. Watch how much this weighs. Look at that. That's 10 weight that's taking up in my storage or taking up in my inventory. It's got to go. 38 round, not using it. 44, bye-bye. 45, bye-bye. 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 Using it, not using it. Shotgun cell, using it. Sturger, not using it. Now I'm down to 82. And you're like, well, that's not that much, Kismet. That was only like 10 or 20. That's a lot in this game. That's a lot. Now, in Fallout 4, that would be nothing. That would be nothing because I could just put that all in my storage. But here in Fallout 76, every one of those little, every weight point is precious. It's very, very precious. So, we've cleared that out now. Now we're down to 82. Now we're not massively overburdened. Now I have fusion cores on me, which I don't really need to keep with me. Maybe one, just in case you run in to some power armor or something like that. But they also tell you the percentage over here. So what you can do is, just like in Fallout 4, what I would do is I would go find the one with the most on it, right? I take these out. I'd find the one with the most on it, say 75, and then I go with that. Because I don't typically use power armor very much in the beginning. Later on, I will when I'm able to sustain the cost of those fusion cores. There we go. I heard there are nuke codes in this game. How does that work? Yeah, you go around, you collect all the nuke codes, and then you try to figure out what the codes do, and then you launch nukes. That's as much as I know about it. You know why? Because I haven't rushed to the end. I don't want to know yet. I don't want to know yet. Now, of course, when you do nuke an area, the whole point of nuking that area is so that you can, of course, increase the difficulty of that area, getting yourself higher quality loot. That's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of all of that. All right, so carrots we've got. We got lots of razor green. We're going to make some more razor green soup. That's what I was going to do. All right, so now that we used the rat away, we can go ahead and collect some more dirty water. And you're going to see me get radiated. Which I think is fun. There we go. Back up in here again. Now, of course, if I had one of those things, right? One of those radiation things, which actually is in the power plant right over here. Little spoiler. If I had the ability to make that radiation thing, this would be super easy, right? If you had the ability to make... Let's see, where are you at? Probably be under... Forgot where they put that. Resources, no. Don't tell me, I'll find it. I saw it in here somewhere. Miscellaneous structures, there it is. If I had one of these, right, if I had the plans to this decapitation shower, which is where I put in every single one of my settlements in Fallout 4, all I had to do is walk under there and then all my radiation would go away, right? Now, they have one of those decontamination showers in the power plant, which is pretty cool. I could run over there and do it, but nah, we're fine. We're fine. How we doing on time? We're looking good. We're looking good on the time. So we got a lot more to do. We're going to check in on Fallout 76, which is what we're doing right now. We're making that money, and so on. And then we're going to go, we got the dirty water. We're going to go ahead and craft up all of our razor grains. Razor grain. What do we need? Boil. Oh, I forgot to boil the water. Got to boil it first. Mechanical keyboard! Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go! Go, baby, go, baby, go. There we are, done. All right. And then we're going to go ahead. I'm making the servers beg for mercy right now. It's not my fault they don't give me a slider. All right, there we go. Now I'm actually out of wood in the game now. Because I have been making that soup, so we're going to need to run around, collect that as we're going around as well. So let's go ahead and have some razor grain soup. Now, it's still giving me some rads, even though I have my lead belly on, because it only reduces it by 30%. I can go in and... oops. I can go in and up that card, which definitely I would do, right? So basically you take no radiation from eating and drinking. So if we're going to use that in the long run, we'll definitely want to upgrade that. That's one of my favorite perks, both in Fallout 4 and in 76. Incredibly great. Incredibly great. Because radiation right now is kind of my nemesis. Since the very beginning of the game, you're going to take a lot of radiation and not have a lot of radaways to actually use. Because normally, right, you could go in, you could craft under here. You would go under healing, and you would craft healing salves and stuff like that, right? Or you would go in your chemistry station over here, and you would go under healing right here, and then you would heal it right here, right? So you can see right here, I don't have any radaways. Now, by default, I think there should be radaways. Now, also, I can make a stem pack, so I might as well make one of those while I'm at it. But you can make a whole bunch of different stuff here, right? So it goes in, and it helps you with your stuff. Now, me, I would want to make radaways. That's what I would want to do right there. But we'll have to keep on going and see if we can do that. Now, don't tell me if you can. Don't want to know. Don't want to know. Now, of course, another way of healing yourself is to, of course, put down a bed. That's one thing we haven't done yet. Let's do that real quick. Let's go ahead and put ourselves a nice little dirty mattress right over here. Oh, I gotta find the plans to it first. All right, let's see what I actually have. I don't think I have the plans to it yet. I'm out of wood. All right, so I do have that other bed. All right. So now wood is super easy to find, and most of the time you can actually find it by wherever your base is. Oh, wait, we forgot to do this over here. I forgot to show you this. You can go in, you can actually pick this up. Let's say right there. Pick that up. Now notice my border of my base didn't move. It just moved up here where I can access it now and say repair all structures. So that's what I'm going to do. Space. Let's see. I need... Oh, some of my mute fruit are damaged. So I've got to repair my mute fruit in there with other mute fruit. So the funny thing is I can let some of my mute fruit grow and then repair the... Oh. Dang it. Door. Stop it. I can let some of my mute fruit grow, and then that'll allow me to repair the other mute fruit, right? Right here. I just harvest some mute fruit. And as I harvest it, it will then let me fix the other mute fruit. Same thing with my potatoes, right? I keep collecting my potatoes, it'll let me repair the other one, and so on. But I find it's kind of cheats. It kind of cheats where the mobs will come in and shoot all my mute fruit without aggroing my turrets. So that needs a little work. That needs a little work as well. So again, we come in here, repair all structures. There we go. We've got 6 of 15. So we don't have quite enough, right? We need 15 to repair all of the mute fruit. But we can also go in here, into the workbench, and look at each one, right? That one, no. Store scrap, store scrap. Which ones are damaged? This one. That one's damaged. See how it says... Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it. Repair. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a repair. So we'll say E to repair. Bam. Now that one's repaired. That was right there. Oh, here's another one. Repair. Right? So the reason why we want to manually repair it, because of course, the faster we repair that, the more mute fruit it makes to allow us to repair the other ones that might have got damaged as well. Right? So there we go. So there's probably another one somewhere. Oh, right here. Here they are. Repair. There we go. And so on. So you can go through and manually repair those until you get to a point where you won't be able to repair it anymore. Huh. I don't see where the other ones are. Oh, there's some right there. See, now as we're repairing it, we're actually getting more mute fruit. Which is awesome. Alright, so we got that done. Up here we go. Oh, well, I don't really need to repair anything because we got mute fruit as we were repairing it to repair the thing. So there we go. Alright, oh, so we need wood. Alright, so let's go do wood. Alright. So literally all you got to do, and there's some great places to go and do it, but really all you got to do is just run out into the wilderness and start looking. Alright, like fallen trees here. Bam. There we go. So we added 4 scrap woods there. Now, I look at these all the time thinking maybe you could chop them with an axe, right, at the very beginning of the game. It's not that type of game. It's not like an Ark survival game. You just run up and just pick it up. No big deal. And there's usually a ton of it laying around all over the place. And sometimes it will act like you can't pick it up, and you kind of finagle around until you can find that particular spot. All right, so on the fallen ones, and they're all over the place, right here. Another 2. Here's 2. Again, in combination with all that other stuff. And I threw away like 1,500 wood, too, because it was taking up too much of my inventory. And, of course, now I need it, which is why I hate throwing stuff away. But, you know, hey, I'm going to spend some time collecting. No big deal. No big deal. We'll come over here. We'll collect a little bit. There we go. Good enough. All right. Back we go. With the max lead belly perk, stop the radiation hit from the collecting dirty water. I don't know about dirty water, but I do know from eating the razor grain soup that it would stop that. But I have not tried it on the collecting dirty water yet. We'll try it at some point. All right, so we got some water now, or some wood. Now we can go ahead and make some more razor grain soup. Now, the other day we made like 90 razor grain soup. We're just going to make a little bit here. There we go. And now we have food and water. We're styling on food and water. We'll just keep that on us, right? But it's 37. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take some of this and kind of split this in half. Now, how much stuff do you need to carry with you? Well, you definitely don't need to carry those potatoes and meat fruit, right? Rad-X, maybe 1 or 2 Rad-X's. Maybe 10 stem packs, maybe 10, maybe more like 3 Radaways, and so on. You don't really need to carry a lot of stuff with you. If you want to carry some Nukas, right, Nuka cherries, right, so you get that AP boost and other stuff like that. Disease cure, probably not. Maybe one on you, right? Don't carry that much stuff on you that it starts to weigh you down. Now, we're also to a point that we're also using our power armor. So we're going to go ahead and put that down, which is going to give us some more carry weight as well. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and ping-pong around some more. So we went and saw that this vendor that we went to out here, Sutton Station, is different from some of these other vendors. Let's go ahead and pop up here at Morganton Station. It's going to take me 25 caps. Let's go see what this vendor has over here. Again. With max loads better be stopped with dirty water. There we go. There we go. Now, the reason why I offload my stuff is because I collect a lot of loot. I collect a massive tons of loot. I call it super looting. But in this game, you can't really do it at the level I would normally do in Fallout 4. I would normally I would collect all loot. But in this case, I only collect loot that I currently have tagged, which is very difficult for me to stop looting, right? Or stuff that I know I'm looking for right now, right? Like right now, we got that wood right here. We got the wood in here. And so we're running low on wood. So what we can do is we can go in and say, go into component view, hitting C down here. And then we can roll over wood there. And then over here, we can say space tag for search or whatever it is on your console. And then hit space. Now everything that has wood in it is going to show us that little magnifying glass to make it easier for us to decide, should we pick that up? Should we pick this up, right? And so on to all the stuff in here. Now, again, you can grab all this loot and just sell it to the vendor. Oh, there's the scissors. I need that for plastic. Nothing in there. Get my light on. Again, before I talk to the vendor, I usually run around and see if there's anything worthwhile. We already know that one. And so on. And again, normally I would just grab everything. Uh-oh. Hold on, red alert. It's like my job to run around in this game and turn off all the radios. 38 round, don't need it. So now I'm becoming more selective. See, in the beginning of the game, I thought it was more like Fallout 4. I could just grab everything, throw it in my inventory, and then throw it in my stash and do it like that. It is very much not like that. It is incredibly not like that. No matter how much they increase that storage limit, it is not going to be the Fallout 4 level of stuff.
Free
right?
supply here.
All right, let's talk to the vendor. All right, now the first thing we need to get rid of is these darn 1 pound or 1 weight burnt books, because those are sucking up our space, right? And what's going to happen? Wait a minute, he has no caps. That's right, because the vendor we were at that had
Now
0 caps
trading
is
for
connected.
supplies.
He doesn't stop talking. Is now connected to these guys as well. Sergeant Sockham says, carry it all with those perks, man. You mean these perks right here? You mean the perk that says Pack Rat, where it's 75% reduction? Pharmacy, 90% reduction? You mean those perks? Okay. I'm already doing that. Already doing that, but thank you. It sucks that you have to burn tons of perks just to carry stuff, though. That does kind of suck. Now, as you saw us earlier, we went in and took 96 of it and sold 96 razor grain soup. Then we came back later and we sold about 100 just regular razor grain, because you got to see there's a soup. So if you go through the effort of making the soup and with the water and then the wood and all of those resources, it's actually worth less than if you just sell the razor grain directly. If you just take the razor grain and just sell it straight, then you're actually not losing as much money. And that's what tycoons do. They look at what's the most efficient thing to find, the most efficient thing to sell to the vendor to make that money, right? And then, of course, buy the stuff that you need. Now, what we would love to have in here is a Radaway that we could buy, but, of course, not in there. I find Radaways fairly hard to find. But right here, we've got some wood in there we can buy, but typically I don't buy the wood. Wood's very easy to find. There's no reason to buy that from the vendor, I don't think. But I would look for more stuff like lead or adhesive, or what is the other thing we're looking for? Let's go look at it in my inventory here. I'm totally blanking on it today. Let's see. It is lead, adhesive, and plastic. That was the other one. All right. So again, no Radaway there. So again, if you're in dire straits for Radaways, we're going to go ahead and run over here to the airport and have some fun over there. Let's go get it. Now, again, this is my primary character. I don't rush up ahead. I don't go, hey, everybody, look at how special I am. I'm level 497. Whoopsie-doo. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how high level you are. Only thing I care about is how much fun I'm having out of the game. Now, of course, I played Fallout since the original Fallout. I have 2,500 hours in Fallout 4 live here on stream and other Fallouts as well. All the way back to the original one when it came out, and probably before you guys even knew it existed. Because I worked for a company who client was Interplay, so I got to see Fallout before it even released. It was pretty neat. Pretty neat back in the day. So I'm not a novice. I haven't just started playing. So if you're wandering into my stream and saying, Kismet, do this, Kismet, do that, that is called backseat gaming. I do appreciate tips and ideas and suggestions and what that kind of stuff when I ask for them. If I don't ask for them, then please be aware that I am playing through and enjoying every second of not knowing stuff. Right? And learning stuff along the ways. And as I learn stuff along the way, I do share it with my audience as well, which is a lot of fun. All right. Now look at this. We're getting low health, right? We got low health. We're risking it. I love this kind of stuff. Comes, dude, you're going to try to get me, but I'm going to use some Nuka Cherry. Get that fired up. Don't reload when Kismet's on you. Don't do it. Don't do it, bro. Reloading. I don't need no bats. I don't need no stinking bats. I don't even want your loot. That's how embarrassing I'm going to make it for you. I'm not even going to pick up your loot. That's embarrassing. So now I'm just going easier on the loot than I normally would, right? Normally I'd pick it all up, sell it to the vendor, whatever. But really all I need to do is just talk to the vendor inside this particular building. Now we're going to go ahead and find some friends in here. And I think it's time for the old combat shotgun. Let's go. Let's go have some fun. I do like to do that, Sergeant. That's my style of stream. I like to share stuff as I go along. And other people apparently like it because I've got that partnered purple check mark right there at the top. If it's not your style, that's okay. That's okay. Hey, more power to you. Like what you like. I'm going to like what I like and do what I like to do every single day. And I'm doing it right now. Doing it right now. Bam! In the back. That guy's always freaky. That guy's always freaky. Nothing. Look at all this loot in here. This is one of my favorite places for loot. Right? There's just crazy tons of loot. I hear you. Bad tactical choice, bro. I had the best tactical position. See, this is why they took out most NPCs, because they're dumb. Watch this. Come on. Now, it could run me behind, right? Do this move. See if they're gonna see how smart they are. See me, I'd come around from behind. All right, I got all day here. Shooting, they're shooting down at somebody. 10mm, we'll take that. Now, some people don't like the live bats. I love it. I think it's really great, especially if you're a console player. I'm not on console right now, but if you're a console player, you get that. Look at all this loot in here. Look at this. This is just saying, Kismet, come and get me, right? Now, normally I like to gather the 308 rounds because normally I'll turn the Overseer's Guardian into a 308 thing in Fallout 4, but I found they have not been very helpful in this particular game. All right, so we got another vendor right here. Let's go ahead and talk to this vendor. Let's go ahead and look for that Radaway. Well, there we go. We got 3 of them. Awesome. Now, I hate buying Radaways. Oop, I want to buy 2 of them. I hate buying Radaways, and I hate buying stuff like Radaways or stem packs and whatnot from the vendor. I consider it to be a personal insult whenever I have to do that. But we'll sell some of this other stuff that we don't really need. Now, again, if there's some junk in here that we picked up that we don't need, like vegetable starch, well, we need that, right? That's adhesive. Yellow paint, that's lead. Tin can, more lead, more plastic, more wood, and so on. We don't want to sell that, right? We don't want to sell that stuff. But we literally could go around, and in this area, in here, and then up above, it takes a lot of cash as you get to sell to the vendor. Now, again, if we look at this vendor right over here, if I did have a lot of stuff to sell to him, look right here. He's got nothing. He's got nothing we can sell to him, right? He's at 0 caps now because we bought some stuff from him. And then he got some caps back, and then I sold him some stuff, and then I got those caps back again. So we went back and forth a few times there. But he has a very much reduced caps. Now I've only got 60 left. Right? And you're like, well, Kismet, why don't you, if you're so smart and have so much money and whatnot, why don't you have $1 bazillion? Because I don't keep money in the game. Money in itself is useless. Right? It's only what you can do with money, both in real life and in game. If you have $1 million in the bank, awesome. You got some awesome security if you actually use the money. But if you never spend the money, then it's not very useful. Now, of course, you want to be wise about how you spend your money and use your money. You want to be very, very smart about it. But let's go ahead and use up those Radaways, and so you guys can watch it happen right here. Now, we got some Nukas. Let's go ahead and just burn those. And there we go. We've now got it on. So we've used the resources that we found. We sold those resources. We found the cash. We got ourselves a bunch of resources, of course, to upgrade our base. We've now got our base going. We've got our purified water going. We got all that stuff going. Also, another plus here in Fallout 76 is the fact that you can teleport from inside an instance. Now, Fallout 4 has a little bit of that. There's certain places that you can teleport out of, but all the places here you can teleport out of, which is pretty fun. I'm mostly curious what people like to play. Exactly. I'm the same way. What's your build and level? My build is a charisma build, aka the Wasteland Tycoon build. I'll show you here in just a second after we teleport. I like to make everybody else more awesome. So what I do is I go heavy charisma so I can, of course, share out perks. I also go into intelligence and strength so that I can, of course, to cost less resources to carry stuff. I have higher carry weight so I can carry more resources typically. We're testing it out here. Now, also, what we've done is we've taken over this location, and we've actually built it on top of a pre-existing location. We've got our purified water running here, which is always great. So let's go ahead and grab that so we can keep on keeping on. We've also got our giant farm of mute fruit going on over here. Let me go back out. There we go. Our giant thing of mute fruit. And every time I come through here, good idea to grab as much as you can. Now, you know, what I usually do is I start with 1 mute fruit and I make it into 2, and then 2 into 4, and 4 into 8, and so on and so forth as you go along. Same thing with potatoes, and before you know it, you've got a massive amount. Now, I use this to make adhesive. So for those of you who know about Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, to make adhesive, of course, you use your food crafting, your camping fire, or whatever, to make adhesive from mute fruit, potatoes, and from corn, right? And you're like, well, wait a minute, why don't you have any corn? Well, because I found basically an unlimited source of corn and an unlimited source of razor grain. So both of those things allow me to not have to put them in my base, because you can see that my base already is already nearly maxed out. Now, I see another great question in the chat there from Zithero about what is my favorite weapon. My favorite weapon is always the combat shotgun. My actual favorite weapon in any of the Fallout games is the Overseer's Guardian. Of course, they sometimes call me Overseer Kismet because I do play Fallout Shelter and other Overseer games like that. But I love it because it has a dual shot, and it does a lot of damage very early in the game. Now, of course, there's other weapons that do more damage. Maybe you're more of a stealth build, so you might use the Deliverer. Really fantastic stealth build weapon. Also shoots very, very fast. Of course, there's different weapons for different situations, right? There's no one weapon that's great for every situation. Even the Overseer's Guardian has some limitations when you get to certain type of mobs who are very resistant to that type of damage, right? So you want to find the right type of damage for the right type of mob. And there's actually a perk for that does show you that. I suggest to save your game in Fallout 4, get that perk, run around, figure out what everybody's weaknesses are, and then revert your game, and then use that perk on something more effective. There you go. That's my suggestion anyway. All right, so we're looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and actually get a quest in here. I think we have enough time for maybe a little quest or maybe a side thing here. Let's see. Now, we learned our daily one, right? Our ecological balance. That one was pretty easy. We did that one yesterday. We could do that one again. But let's see. What do we got? Locate some halogen gas. I don't want to claim the workshop. Earn the phantom device. Oh, that's right. We were doing these. But these are too high level for me right now. Because they're level 40, 45. I am, right, I was going to tell you my level. I forget what it is. I don't even look at levels. I rarely ever look at levels. I really care. The only thing I look at levels is when I'm trying to do perks along the way, like in Fallout 4 or whatnot. And I've been playing this since release, since beta. But I'm also playing on 3 separate platforms, though. I'm playing on PC, Xbox, and PS4. But I don't get in a rush. See, some people, what they do, they'll rush to level 200, and they'll do all the content within, like, 10 hours. And they'll go, well, the game's boring. There's nothing to do. I always find that hilariously funny. I take my time. I learn the game mechanics and all that stuff. I'll often play the beginning of games over and over again to learn those deep mechanics. And then once I do that, then I rule. So yeah, here's my perks as well. Currently very heavy into charisma. You can see I have 13 charisma. That's going to allow me, of course, to share out those very high-end cards. Right now, I don't think I have a 4 card in charisma. But I can share out cards that have a 4 on them. And what I can do also is kind of switch back and forth against different things. Like right now, do I really need home defense? Not really, because I'm not crafting anything right there. So I can go ahead and put in my moving target instead, right? Or each agility adds +1 energy resist and so forth. So you can switch those things in and out based on what you're doing. Am I going to be collecting any other plants right now? Probably not. So let's go ahead and take this out and then go ahead and put our concentrated fire back in. Right? Am I going to be collecting tons of loot? Probably. So we'll go ahead and leave those in there in our strength here. So we've got, again, 75% reduction there and so on. Now, there's a lot of reduction cards, which are great to reduce your weight overall. And you can see that some of mine are currently, because we've been fooling around with them, are currently unused. So let's see what else. Now, I don't need Team Medic because right now I'm not running with my crew. But we can go ahead and use Happy Camper, so it reduces our thirst and whatnot. Over here in Intelligence, we got several different things. Now, I'm never going to really use Wrecking Ball to just damage other people's stuff, because I think that's a jerk move. But I do like the fact that your guns, my head's in it right now, but it says guns destroy 10% slower. So, bam, let's put that on. That's nice. All right, in Agility here, what do we got? We got also another point here we can use in Agility for Evasive, so let's put that on. So you'll see I go very heavy charisma build. And the reason why I do that is because I like to make everybody else more awesome. I like to make the group. Now, of course, you can make whatever type of build you want. I've done hundreds of different types of builds in Fallout 4. Different styles, stealth builds, partial, kind of what I call the Wasteland Tycoon build, which is very heavy charisma, very heavy trading, very heavy making the money. Right? That's what it's all about, making that money, as opposed to, you know, it all being about being stealth and all of that stuff. But you can play it however you want. It's really up to you, and you can change out all of your stuff and make it that way. Now, of course, after you hit max level, you can also start to shift your points into other ones as well, which I think is pretty cool. And, of course, choose your various cards wisely along the way. You can see I usually go with healing. I go with crafting. And, again, funny stuff like Quack Surgeon, where I can revive people with liquor on me. So I can carry a lot of liquor around and revive people and run around. Now, I was running around with Half Fan there. But he vanished here. And I'm going to just go ahead and just do some low level. I like to at least get one quest in there. So let's see. Get that. Locate the EMP research program. What else we got? Oh, reach the mayor's office. That's one we haven't finished yet. Let's go ahead and check that one out. Let's go ahead. One of my favorite things, by the way, here in Fallout 76 and in Fallout 4 is the fact you can show on maps. So you hit C, and it will pull up that area on the map, right? So the mayor's office way over here in this area over here. Now, am I going to run over there in this super high-level area where they normally nuke that area? Probably not. Probably not. I'm going to just kind of hang around in my little start area here. Now, there's a whole bunch of White Spring holotapes that we could do. There's a quest there as well. Maybe we'll do that one. Let's see. Kill unruly feral ghouls at White Spring and collect the White Spring holotapes. Ooh, that sounds fun. Let's do that. Let's do that one. All right. Oh, and hold on. Let's turn this other one off because we're not going to be doing that for a while. So let's turn that one off. Turn that one off. And then now we got just these two right here. So let's go to White Springs. Let's get into some trouble. Boom. White Spring Golf Club. Again, you always want to keep a few extra caps, of course, to travel from place to place. Don't think of many people doing that build. Yeah, the reason why they call me the Wasteland Tycoon, because in Fallout 4, not only do I make millions, I make billions of caps in Fallout 4. No cheating, no shortcutting, don't need third-party mods. Can do it in vanilla, can do it in PS4 and PC or wherever I choose to do it. Because what it allows me to do is do more trade rates. I have a higher trade rate. I make more cash. Of course, that gives me so much cash. Then, of course, I can buy all the epic loot, power armor, and whatnot along the way. Build massive mega bases. And if you'd like to see all that, of course, you can see that all on my VODs or on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Kismet. B like Bravo, P like Papa, Kismet BP. You can check it all out over now. Over there. All right, let's kill some peeps. Kill some peeps and grab some loot. What do we got? Oh, get some Nuka. Not grabbing any more glass. Got plenty of that. Oh, there he is. He wants some of this shotgun action in the face. Whoa! Right in the noggin. All right, now what you do is you back out because you've aggroed everybody. Because you're shooting off a shotgun in there. Oh, they're up above. I can hear them. Find a nice tactical spot. Now we can get our ranged weapon out, which may or may not be effective against this mobs. We don't know. We don't know. We'll find out. Not really. Not really. Ooh, it's party time in here. Now, of course, if you aim, you're going to get more damage. Notice I backpedaled myself into this wall, which is a good or bad thing. Right, so I could stop for a second, heal myself if I was in Fallout 4. In Fallout 76, you cannot do that. You cannot, my stem pack's back on there. You cannot pause the game. So it's not like you can go like this, pause the game, and then heal yourself. It's a live game. You gotta rock it. So let's go ahead and fire up one of those stem packs. Oh, not looting, not looting. Radix. Ooh, there's a combination wrench. And a legendary there. Nice. Nice, nice. Oh, hello! You want to party? Let's party. Hold on. Gotta reload. You want some of this? Oh, I got some of this. Come on. Why is it not doing the thing? I'm pressing the Alt key. Not doing it. Oh, and there's a Radaway. Now, I find ghouls is a great place to find Radaways. You know, somewhat. Let's go ahead and burn some of the Radex and Radaways. And get it going. Of course, you want to typically do it when you're doing stem packs at the same time. Typically, this way you get it both. Get the scissors going on. Again, I have thousands and thousands of hours in Fallout. Oh, look, somebody else who wants to get shot. Come on around. Okay, I'll wait for you. Another legendary. What is up today? Holy mackerel. Duct tape? Oh, man. This is a good choice. Employees access only has this thing in here. To remove the thing, the curse thing, the problem. I'm trying not to spoil it there. I was trying not to spoil it. The issue with the scorched. Look at you being smart. Now, that was a good tactical position there, huh? Not good enough. Not good enough. You see, I elbow butted him. For some reason, it wouldn't let me do it in here. Maybe it's because I'm up against this back edge. Now, normally I would grab all that loot, but I'm avoiding grabbing all the loot right now. I'm seeing if I can resist. It's taking every bit of my soul to resist. All right. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. What the heck was that? Why is my thing stuck? Oh, I'm out of bullets. That's why it's not shooting. Here's a tactical position. Look at this. Bad tactical position. Look at them everywhere. Do a little ring around the rosies. Whee! Oh, I got stuck. I hate getting stuck. Let's have a little fun. Thought I only blew those up for fun, huh? Also great for tactical reasons. Woo, mamma mia. Whoa, look out. Gonna die. No. Nope, dead. Too many. Kismet bravely ran away, away. Brave Sir Kismet. Dead. See, I got too many mobs on me at one time. It's gonna happen. You're gonna die. No big deal. Now, you can go ahead and just give up. That was funny. Just give up. Now, what the problem was, I didn't have enough stim packs, right? I used all my stim packs. I blew it up. It did damage me when it blew up. But that's okay. The great thing about this game is dying is not that big a deal, right? I just died right there. So I can go ahead and just teleport right there, respawn back in, and then try to go back in there to do it again. Now, one of the other things that I find difficult in this game is having enough resources to make ammo or having enough ammo for the type of ammo that you want, like shotgun ammo for a reason. Notice I ran out of shotgun ammo. Now, one of the cool things if you do die in here is that you can just go find your body right here. There we go, and pick up all the stuff that we had from before. Easy mode. There we go. That was it. That was basically the drawback of my death. And, of course, now I'm also healed back up again. We can try this again. Let's see what we got. Oh, another legendary. Tablespoon. We'll take that. Now, again, you don't lose the legendaries, by the way. Oh. What is the deal? What is this legendary.com over here? Now, of course, this area right here, while it seems like it's proper level, I'm looking for golf balls for plastic. While it seems like it should be a fairly easy place, right? Because there's so many. Oh, there's a rat-away. Let's use that rat-away. This way. We can have a little razor grain soup. Heal ourselves up. Take a little less radiation. There we go. So again, it seems like it should be easy, but it is definitely not when you have that many mobs. I'm never afraid to die. Never afraid to get killed. Testing my limits. Well, let's see who else is in here. And there's that was a lot of mobs. Oh, golf ball. Definitely want that. That's lots of plastic. So another great thing about this area, any of the golf areas, of course, is the plastic you can get just from gathering any golf balls you find. There's a golf tee. There'll be lots and lots of plastic or whatever resource you're looking for in those areas. Any more ghoulie friends, or did we blow them all up? Apparently we killed most of them. And nothing in there that I need. See, this is the hardest part, is just leaving loot behind because I don't have enough storage. It's painful. It's painful! See? Don't need that. It's painful leaving all this loot behind. It's one of my favorite parts of Fallout 4 is collecting all the loot and then making fun stuff with it. Alright? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Oh. Coffee pot. I always like hot plates because that's circuitry. Saying there's a stalker somewhere. Oh, you're not dead. Headshot. What is with these legendaries? What the? How many legendaries do I got on me now? Holy mackerel. There's like one legendary after another after another. I don't know about you, but this just became my favorite legendary spot. Right over here at the White Spring Golf Club. Wow, that's got to be like a record so far in this game for me. That's crazy. Now, normally when you play like Fallout 4 or whatnot, best way to find rataways here. Where? Over there? Where you're at? I don't know where you are. So yeah, if you want to basically... oh, there's one of the things we need right there. Holotape. They're coming. Play.
They keep coming. They just keep coming. Rob saw them first. Just three out of the 7th. Easy shots from up here. At first, we thought it was fun. Tried to see who could pick them off. Extra points for the head. Then Rob went missing. Went down to the range. Wasn't far. It wasn't back by dark. Then Ted, Zach, Phil, Mark. God, Mark. They dragged him. I can still hear him screaming. Now we're 3. Just 3. Can't run. Can't hold. Can't. They're coming. They're coming!
They're coming, everybody. Look at this guy pretending to be dead. All else fails, use the weapon that never runs out of ammo. Your melee weapon. So there we go. Internet backed out. Try to turn it up for the holotapes for you guys. So we're wandering around doing that, but if you notice that I'm not like doing the quest, I don't just run from quest to quest to quest. I typically loot, because this is where it's all at right here. This is where it's all at. Getting the loot, and then making the stuff. See if you can open that door. Worth a shot. So far, doing really good. So we found a bunch of legendaries so far. We've now got, we used up our rataways. Alright, we used our rataways. We use another Rad-X in case that one wore off. I don't remember if it did or not. Really great spot so far. And I was over here with my crew before, so it was a lot easier with your crew, of course, backing you up. And I think that's one of the fun parts about 76, is that you can do stuff that's usually higher level than you, right? That's further progressed than you are when you're hanging around with your crew. Now, I'm lone wandering it right now. Normally, I'm running around my crew. But this is pretty fun. Now, see, I hear somebody moving. Sound in this game is fantastic. Pulse mine. Ooh, that looks fun. Dendrons, don't need them. All right. So we've checked that whole building there. And we've kind of found that. Now over here in the main buildings, let's go see what we got over here. Ah, look, see? I'd want to get in that car and drive it around. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Now, I haven't seen some of this, so we're just wandering around looking for the first time. Now, whenever you go into a vehicle, assume there's somebody in there. Right? Oh, comics. Not going to use it. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Yeah, see that little wavy thing? That means there's like gas or something in there. Let me catch up on chat. I had over 80 water purifiers. I'm level 270. I still have fun with it. Yeah, I've played through Fallout 4 6 times. I've played it in survival mode, in melee mode, which is the hardest mode you can play it, and the hardest way you can play it. I've made 100,000 bottle caps every couple days in game. We've done mega builds, all sorts of fun stuff. Whoa! There's a level 50 mob out of nowhere. Gonna die. That reminds me of Ark. See, when you're playing a game like Ark, what'll happen is these really high-level mobs will come out of nowhere. So, or like Atlas, same thing. So when you're playing it, right? So you're playing it, you're just starting off, you're level 20 or whatever, and you're getting your level 20 stuff together, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a super high-level mob will come out and get you like that. Now, again, no problem. Just teleport back to there again. Go and grab your loot. No biggie. There we go. Bought the game for 11 euros. Hope it out well. There you go. There you go. You got a good deal. All right. And then we'll find out where we died. We died over this way. Now, of course, if you die twice in a row, then you're in trouble. Just remember where you died. Now, of course, we could die again to this thing, but of course, now we have 100% health. Might help us. I don't know. The level 54. Pretty rough. Pretty rough one. I believe we were down in here. There it is. That is fully rehealed. Oh! Somebody snuck behind me. Got his buddy. I swear my bullets are not even hitting him. There we go. Wow, that was a real slow hit. There we go. All right, time to use the weapon that never runs out of ammo. I could have done that at the beginning, but it's not quite as fun. Sometimes you want to get that feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. Oh my gosh, I'm going to die, right? That's what I like. I don't like games to be too easy. I like to have that feeling. I never worry about dying. I always try to, add to the fun of playing the game, whatnot. Well, there we go. So we got that. We got our loot. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and bounce out of here and go have some fun. Let's go. Boom. There we go. So again, always have a melee weapon. That's why I said that earlier. Always have a melee weapon just in case you run out of ammo and whatnot. There we go. Very, very fun. There you go, yeah. There you go, yeah. Find another buddy, play some 76. There you go. Yeah, it's not cross-platform. If you're on console, if you're on PS4, you have to play with PS4. If you're on Xbox, you play on Xbox. It is a huge bummer. You'd think at least PC and Xbox would be cross-platform, right? But no. I don't know. I think it's kind of lame that they make it where you can't do cross-platform. And you know they could. You know they could. If they could do it on Fortnite, they could do it on this game. Come on. Come on, who you fooling? You think we don't... You don't think we know that you could do it if you wanted? And let's grab all these resources. Sweet. Like so. Again, I could just keep going and keep going, keep making more and more mute fruit and whatnot. But again, you do run out of space. All right. I think that's good right there. Let's see if we can make anything else. Okay, I got my power armor first. All right, let's craft up a storm here. I think we're going to need to get some more corn next time. Let's see. We want to go ahead and see what we can make in here. Yeah, we're going to get enough corn, so we'll have 10 mute fruit on us this time. Got 19 purified water and 17 potatoes. So mute fruit seems to be the thing that we're lacking on. We seem to be okay on everything else. So let's go ahead. Let's see how many more mute fruit we could throw down here for next time. There we go. Yeah, we're just testing the limits, seeing what we can do in these differences. Now, here's another great place to put it down here, sheltered in the back here. The mobs are going to attack from that side. Then we want to put our stuff down on this side. It's somewhat sheltered behind our water here. Let's see how much mute fruit. Just kind of stash back here. Oh, workshop. That is it. Max workshop. That's all she wrote. All right. All right. So we'll leave that there, and we'll go from there. We're ready to do some stuff. What's your honest assessment of Fallout 76? I'm hearing bad things. I always tell it like it is. I don't BS. I don't kiss butt. I'm terrible at kissing butt. I tell it like it is. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't be playing it. It's as simple as that. I don't, get on the hate train. I don't get on everybody, oh, well, it sucks and blah, 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 blah. Well, there's some really fantastic things about Fallout 76. The perk system is amazing. If you play it just for the perk system, awesome. If you like lore, plenty of lore. And they're like, there's no NPCs. There's plenty of NPCs. You saw them shooting at me earlier. There's no companion NPCs. There's no settler NPCs, which is very different than no NPCs. There's plenty of NPCs. There's bad NPCs around. There's good NPCs around. There's robots that'll help you. There's vendors and whatnot. There's all the standard Fallout 4 fare all over the place, right? It's just there's no companion NPCs. There's no Nick Valentine who's going to be your buddy, who you're going to get into his storyline and see what he's all about and do all of that stuff. If you're looking for that, that's not what this is. This is not Fallout 5. This is Fallout 76, a whole different direction and experience than streaming that makes me sneeze. A whole different direction than previous Fallout series, right? Now, of course, they'll come out with Fallout 5, and we'll have that same, Fallout New Vegas and Fallout, Fallout 4 experience that you guys are used to in the past. Thank you. Appreciate it. But there are a lot of great things about the game. The building is awesome. They've really improved the building system, though it is much more limited. I would say the biggest drawback is the storage. The storage is the biggest drawback of the game because you constantly are overburdened. You don't have enough room to put all your stuff in your storage. You can't save items for later. Like if you want to save a weapon for later and you want to do crafting and you want to save all your junk and loot and stuff, there's no way. There's no way. There's just too much stuff in the game if you're collecting everything and keeping just the stuff you want, right? Even if you're scrapping all the stuff you don't want and keeping the stuff you do want, there's still not enough space. There's still not enough space. So I have a tendency to just tell it like it is. Now, are there bugs? Absolutely. Just like every other online game ever since the beginning of time. And again, people have like amnesia. They forget that World of Warcraft was a huge train wreck at launch, right? They forget that. They forget that every single game that ever was, look at these weird names coming through. What are these weird names coming through here? I don't think those someone's real names there. I don't know. Those are weird names. But thank you, Triangle Bird Hat, for coming in and dropping the Dragon Hammer. I appreciate also to kill Kimari. I think that's it. And hit us earlier. Thanks so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Wasteland Tycoon. Sorry if I was very focused there. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Big time. So yeah, basically, one of the things that we do have short-term memory loss and long-term memory loss. We do. Of course, I had 300 members in WoW back in the day, and believe me, it was terrible. You couldn't log in the servers. You had all sorts of issues. All online games typically do. There's a few exceptions that don't, but most of them do. Now, this is their very first online game, so they got to go through all the pain and suffering that everybody else did to, of course, micromanage and put up an online game. And, of course, they're coming through and they increase the storage size and they're fixing the bugs and they're adding stuff to the game and all of that stuff that they said they were going to do, and it is the game they said it was going to be. They said it was going to be a multiplayer online experience predating the previous Fallouts, or the future Fallouts, I guess if you look at it that way. And it would be you running around, being the very first person out of the vault. So you're not going to have 100 people out there, right? Like Star Trek, you know, go where no one's gone before. Hey, everybody. There's a bunch of people there, right? That's what they should do in Star Trek. Actually go somewhere where no one's there. They're the first person. They're the first person to go there. So if you like Fallout, you'll probably like the game. If you like the storyline, if you like that type of thing, I definitely do recommend it. If you're unsure, I would definitely play a more killer version of the line, like Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 4. If you've never played Fallout before, I would definitely, those are for sure recommends. If you like multiplayer, playing with your friends, that's a lot of fun. I don't really like the PvP aspect of it. I think they wasted time developing the PvP aspect of Fallout 76. I think they should have spent more time working on other stuff and to make separate PvP servers. So people like me who don't want to be involved in that, normally I just want to have a Fallout experience where I go and I quest and I talk and I learn about all the storyline and I build up my guy and then I get better power armor and I'm, learning all sorts of stuff as I go along and I'm seeing what's up over that hill and exploring and looking down in the valley and all of that stuff. That is all there. All that stuff is there. But occasionally you have to deal with, very rarely though, very rarely you have to deal with some jerk, but that's okay. Because if you can put yourself in pacifist mode, which is what I'm in, right? I don't bother dealing with people whose idea of fun is PvP with people who don't want a PvP, right? I like PvP, though. I'm a big fan of PvP. I got passive mode on, see? I don't really worry. Now, they could run up and destroy my base and all that stuff. Big deal. I'll just repair it. No biggie. But you can also switch servers, too. So if people are bothering you, can switch servers. You can also report them. I had one person come in and say, Kismet, what is this, blank and blank in there, a homophobic slur coming into my stream and saying stuff. By the way, I am not gay, but I can tell you that I don't like to be put down. I don't like people to say stuff like that. If I was, I'm sure it would be very annoying to have to live your whole life with people doing that to you all the time. Me, I don't care. See, I'm at the age where I don't care. I've already done real life achievements that very few people do in their lifetime. So I have no qualm in just going, whatever, bro. Whatever. So I don't rush through the game. Also, I won't spoil the game. You're like, Kismet, where are all the power armors? I won't tell you. I'll tell you, go look around this area over here. Right? Because I want you to have that moment. I want you to have that moment where you turn the corner and you're like, oh, T60, awesome. And then get your power armor or whatever you want to do, or whatever you're looking for, whether it's a quest or whatever it is. I like you guys to have that experience. Same thing in Fallout 4. You're like, well, Kismet, Fallout 4 is like 3 years old. So what? Why ruin someone else's experience? So I just let them, I give them a little hint if you have a problem, if you have some suggestions, whatnot to get you started. But I'll not spoil stuff, which I consider that to be spoiled. When you say, oh, well, something's right there and something's over there and something over here and just do this, do that thing. I try not to do that in stream. But if I'm doing it at that moment, warning that something probably will get spoiled along the way. So there you go. All right, so we found an awesome location for our base. We've got all of our stuff going so we can work on adhesive. We did our money run where we go in and we found a nice place. We can grab a bunch of stuff, easily sell it to the vendor, make about 200 caps or so from this particular vendor. Now, we can also jump to every single vendor around, sell stuff to them, and just keep making that caps And now we know we've got a steady source of income that we can have every single time. And we can also grab tons of loot and sell and whatnot around. Now, have I been everywhere? Absolutely not. I'm not in any rush. I don't rush. I'm not trying to impress you by how fast I go or the fact that I'm playing, I'm getting the whole thing done in 10 minutes and I'm level 497. I find that is a fake achievement. The achievement is, are you having fun playing the game? This is the base reasons you play games. Or at least I play games. Maybe not. Maybe you play games just so you can finish them and move on to the next one. Me, I play games to have fun. And as long as I keep that in mind, then I usually do. There we go. What about nuking sites? I have no idea what the nuking sites are. I've not gotten to that, and I will not look it up on Wiki. I will not do it. I will come to that when it's time. I actually randomly subscribed some power armor today, and now I just need to buy fusion cores. Yeah, I know. Those fusion cores are around. Usually they're already looted, but they are around. Does jetpacks exist in 76? They do. They do. That I don't think is really a spoiler because that's, I think, common knowledge now, and I've shown it on stream. Basically, on the PS4 version, I saw Raz using the jetpack, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I'll get to that eventually. One of the things I did discover, though, is that in the perk cards under Strong Back, you can't travel while you're overburdened, which is a bummer. This is my favorite thing to do. I like to travel while overburdened because then I can carry tons of loot and then teleport with that. Of course, it makes it a lot harder when you can't, right? You got to take that time. Unless there's a perk I haven't seen yet. Don't tell me. Don't tell me if there is. We'll find out eventually. All right, so that's as much time as we have for Fallout 76 tonight. You're like, Kismet, when are you going to play again? Tomorrow night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or tonight, depending on your time zone, whether you're into Sunday yet or if you're still back in Saturday. We'll be playing some more tonight. I play a lot. If you'd like to see my schedule, let's see if I have the most recent one. I do. There we go. Here's my schedule right here. So Saturday, we're going to play a little bit of 7 Days Die. I think we're going to sneak in some Astro Engineer, too. And then, of course, Black Desert Online. I can't wait to try that out. I'm going to try that out on Xbox. So let's get to it, everybody. Hey, everybody. Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also, check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.